Hey everybody, welcome back to the channel, and in today's video we are going to be talking about the future of The Walking Dead and how much time I think The Walking Dead has left as a franchise, because it's no secret The Walking Dead's been around for a very long time and the actors are getting older. We're going to discuss that a little bit more later, but yeah, everyone's getting older, man, and it's definitely interesting to think about. So, if you guys enjoy the content like this, please be sure to drop a like and subscribe. It means the world to me. Let's get into it, man. So, you guys know the Walking Dead reunion phase that I keep talking about, that we're getting ready to get into. Um, the reunion phase is just going to be the phase where everyone reunites. Now, I don't want The Walking Dead to end with the reunion phase. I don't want that to happen. And what I mean by that is, I don't want everyone to just reunite and then that's it. There's no new stories, there's no new spin offs, there's not a continuation of the story post the reunion phase. I don't want that. I want there to be awesome new stories after everyone reunites and gets back together. And Andrew Lincoln actually teased that in an interview that he did. He did an interview where he said it would be cool to see how these two characters could survive out on their own and see how long they could make it, right? And that's kind of almost like he was saying he wanted to get back to like the season 5 days, right? You guys remember in the season 5 days where they were just out there in the world surviving, and there was like this weird, awesome, scary aspect to it, right? Where they're just out there on their own, right? There's no civilized communities or anything like that, right? They're just in the world. That's what made The Walking Dead so incredible, right? Was the fear of not knowing what was going to happen next, not knowing who you're going to find next, who you're going to come across, what bad guys are out there, right? What giant zombie horde is going to come next and wipe you out, right? There was just this fear element to those older seasons of The Walking Dead, man, where they were just out there surviving from one place to the next, and that was really incredible. Ever since they've kind of settled down with all the new communities and they found safety and stuff like that, I think The Walking Dead did kind of lose some of that juice, right? It kind of lost that feeling, that fear factor, right? Where we're like, wait, what's going to happen next? Well, they could always just go to Alexandria or the Kingdom or Hilltop, and you know what I mean? It's like their safe haven, and obviously that's the goal, right? I mean, in all reality, we would all want to find places like that and live, right? If we were in the apocalypse. But I think now it would be really cool if something happened, if there was like a sickness or something at the Commonwealth, or at the CRM or whatever it's called now, if there was just a crazy like flu or like sickness that was wiping everybody out, and Rick was like, yo, we gotta go, we can't be here anymore, like this sickness is getting crazy. And so he takes Michonne and Judith and RJ and everybody, and they have to run away, and maybe he goes to the Commonwealth or something, or I don't know. There could be some really cool storylines, and maybe it spreads there, or like the variant walkers are like getting crazy or something. I don't know. There's so many things they could do where the group would have to go out on their own again and kind of almost like restart. And I would love to see that for about 3 to 5 seasons, right? It would be awesome to see more original storytelling from these characters, right? Aside from the comics, because obviously the comics have ended and The Walking Dead has already used up all the comic material. It would be awesome to see an additional original storyline with Rick and Negan and Daryl and Michonne and Judith and RJ and Eugene and Mercer. It would be awesome to see these characters again. Lydia, right? It would be so cool to see, man. Like the next chapter of the Walking Dead story, right? I think that would be incredible. And to have all these characters back together, it would be incredible. And I really would hate to see them just end The Walking Dead with the reunions. And with Daryl Dixon getting so many seasons, right? We already know season 2 is coming out later this year in September. There's already confirmation of season 3. So, like, when are they going to have him and Rick reunite? You know what I'm saying? And, I mean, I don't necessarily think that it's going to end with the reunions. I'm not saying that. I'm just saying I would be really disappointed, and it would be such a missed opportunity if they did end the Walking Dead franchise with the reunions. I don't think that's the end of it. I think there's so many people like me out here that still love the show. It's still our favorite universe. It's still our favorite show. And we want to see more, man. I mean, imagine if they did a new show with everyone back together, and there was a sickness or a bug or something, and it was wiping everybody out, and they had to just restart, and they went out on the road again, and we got that post-apocalyptic immersive experience all over again, but with the older Rick, with the older Michonne. Negan and Rick interacting would be so weird. It'd be so strange, but incredible, right? Like, it would be so awesome to see that. And there's just so many things they could do. I mean, we'll have to wait and see what Scott Gimple decides to draw up. But I do believe in him. I think that he's a genius, and I am really looking forward to the next chapter of The Walking Dead post the spinoffs, because the spinoffs they've been good, right? They have been good. But at the same time, I want to know what's next. That's kind of what the spinoffs have done for me. It's made me realize The Walking Dead is still great. That's what the spinoffs have done for me. It's made me realize The Walking Dead is still incredible. There's still so much potential with this franchise. And I think the fans are all on the same page with this. I really think the fans want to see more. The Ones Who Live was getting so many viewers, and it was breaking records, and it was so popular. And as long as Rick Grimes and Daryl Dixon and Michonne and Negan are involved in a big show, I mean, that's going to do huge numbers. I mean, it will. It will do huge numbers, especially if it gets a good budget, right? So imagine instead of doing 16 episodes, they did 9 or 10, kind of like The Last of Us, right? You could really have a good budget for a show like that and do some really great stuff, especially limiting the episodes to, maybe 10 per season or something. So imagine if they did 10 episode seasons for like 3 to 5 seasons of just all new original content with all these characters back together, reunited. And then maybe you even bring over Dwight and some other characters from Fear the Walking Dead, right? Morgan and Rick reuniting. I mean, there's so many things you could do with this franchise still. It can't end with the reunions. I will be forever butthurt and angry if The Walking Dead ends with all the characters reuniting. I just don't think that's it. You got to go out there and let them experience that immersive post-apocalyptic experience again. You have to do that. And the fans would love to see that. Trust me, they would. And the fact that Andrew Lincoln even teased that in one of those interviews that he did, where he was saying, it'd be awesome to see how Rick and some of these other characters, how long they would survive together out there in the wild again. You know what I'm saying? And it's giving season 5. You know what I mean? So we'll have to wait and see what happens, guys. I mean, like I said, everyone is getting older. JDM is 58. Andrew Lincoln's 50. Norman Reedus is 55. They're getting older, so I'm going to say between 5 and 10 years. I think The Walking Dead has 5 to 10 years left, probably 7 or 8. And hopefully soon we get some awesome, announcements and confirmations of new spinoffs and stuff like that, or the continuation of Rick's story. And I just hope they don't blow it, man. I really want to see an awesome new continuation of the Walking Dead story post the reunion phase. So let me know your thoughts down below in the comments, guys. It's been a crazy ride, and I'm really grateful for all of you guys that are here that watch the channel, and it's been so much fun making videos about this, and I'm always going to continue to make videos about The Walking Dead as long as there's stuff to make videos about. And I know I've not been the most consistent lately. I've been doing videos like every 3 days or so, but that's really just because there's not been a whole bunch to talk about. But there's actually been some news coming out recently, so I'm probably going to get ready to do another upload streak, man. I'm going to see how many days in a row I can upload, so we'll see what happens, guys. I'm going to have a Q&A coming out sometime soon. So always remember, guys, if you have any questions that you want me to answer, just drop them down below in the comments, and just make sure you write Q&A before you ask the question. And it doesn't have to be just under Q&A videos. Ask your questions under any videos I make, and I will always include it in the Q&A. So I'll probably have a Q&A coming out tomorrow. Anyway, guys, I will see you in the next one. Make sure you stay safe out there in the crazy world, and let me know your thoughts down below, man. What do you guys want to see for the next chapter of the Walking Dead franchise? How many more years do you want to see The Walking Dead? How many more years will you watch? Personally, I'll watch as long as Andrew Lincoln, Denai Guerrera, Jeffrey Dean Morgan, and Norman Reedus are making Walking Dead stuff. I'm going to be watching even if they're 80 years old. I'm down. I'm locked in, man. I'm locked in. So stay safe out there in the crazy world, guys. Let me know your thoughts. See you in the next one. Peace out, guys.